afternoon. And welcome back everyone to the channel. Hope you're doing well and having a great one out there, as it is about to start raining very heavily soon. So if you start to hear some rain and thunder coming, I warned you. Today, we're going to listen to some Pat Metheny group. We're going to listen to this track off of their live double album Travels, released in 1983. That's going to be the first track on the album, Are You Going With Me? We are listening to this because it was recommended and sponsored by Jim Bricker. So Jim, thank you so much for the suggestion and the support. But I also see that this was suggested by EnviroGeek KYC, or no, YYC, Maggie Chevalou, Steve Martin, AWYJ, Matt Spacer, and that's it. So thank you all so much for the recommendation. Before this thunderstorm comes in, let's go ahead and listen to this track. We'll talk about it a little bit after. Here we go. They're ready for it. That's a satisfying note right there. I mean, what a brilliant way to open up that live set. What a brilliant invitation. You sit down in the audience and they open up with this song, right? And with the very first... Just right there. From the very first few notes, you're like, okay, we are setting sail. We are going on vacation. We are relaxing. The track moves in this kind of samba-esque track, like the rhythm rather. It's gentle. Bum, 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 bum. Like it just kind of brings you in. Cool. We're having a good time. It feels good, right? You're relaxed. And then the music really starts. The first solo, well, I'm assuming it was probably Lyle on one of the synthesizers or something like that. The sound was too synthy, and the way that was being played, it had to have been like synth based. I'm trying to get right there. It sounded harmonica-esque, right? Like when it first started, I was like, oh, someone's on a harmonica, and I'm in the personnel list looking for who's doing that. Nobody. So as I noticed from that, but also how the playing was handled, clearly it had to be key-based or synth-based. So I'm assuming that that's going to be Lyle Mays who's handling that. And just a great solo. I like how even though, yes, he's playing synths, he's playing keyboards, but he's taking the sound of harmonica, that specific texture adds a little bit of grit into the music, right? Because it's playing in a sort of loungy, very smooth way. Like I said, it's very relaxed. But when he brings in that certain tone, it just adds a gritty kind of color into the music. It adds a certain, like I said, a texture, something you can actually feel. And that, this is what, eggshell, I think is what they call this. I don't know. But like it just adds a tangibility to it, which I really enjoyed. The tone, the way it was played, obviously, brilliant. And then even when it moves into the next solo, which is, it has to be with Metheny on one of his guitar synthesizers, the sound sounds like kind of fluty, a little saxophone-ish, like it sounds brass or horny in some capacity, but you can still tell that it's not exactly that. And his solo takes us from lounge to stand up.
Please clap.
His solo takes us up. His is the ascent, his is the climax, the zenith, and then his is also the descent and the relaxation and resolution of this track. His solo just takes you on a trip. If the track is the cruise ship, he's the entertainment on the cruise ship, which is that's bringing him down. He's way beyond that pay grade. But you know what I mean? Like he really brings it and makes the journey. He is not just the destination, but the actual journey itself. He is the adventure. And I just thought it was an incredible solo that he performed. And I love when the music is clearly on its way up, and then they use a big fill or whatever to kind of launch it into the next part, which you would think would be maybe a transition, maybe a break of some sort. But no, they just keep upping and elevating the music, and the solo keeps on going even harder and heavier and tighter, which I thought was fantastic. It just kind of makes a certain musical elation, I think is the best way to say that. And of course, it ends sensationally. This was a wonderful first track to like listen to, like from the album. Like I said, imagine being in the show, and this is how it opens. It opens soft, but man, did it end hard. That was a really, really awesome track. Thank you so much, Jim. I appreciate you sharing, one of your favorite tracks here. And I also forgot to mention that you said that this is the first Pat Metheny group song that you heard. What a good one! What a brilliant one. I mean, this is one that definitely takes not only the cake, but at least part ownership of the bakery. Thank you all so much for the recommendations, and thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Before you head out, press the like button if you don't mind. Have a wonderful rest of your day. In case you can't tell, I don't know if you can tell by like watching the lighting on my screen, but it's getting dark outside. I told you the storm's coming. It's almost here. Have a great one, guys, and I will see you all later. Bye. I pressed the credits button before I even said bye, like completely.